Ishwar Puri, he wrote a book on Sri Krishna. Though he was a Dashanami Sampradaya, he wrote a book on Sri Krishna Tattva. What is the true meaning of Sri Krishna? And he gave this book to this young man, Chaitanya, that you should go through and edit the book. He said, see, I don't have any idea about the Sri Krishna. And the way you have written, I don't know. He's a grammarian. So he said, you are a grammarian. You just correct my grammar. Before publishing, I like to see that it is okay. As because he liked that person, he went through the book and he started loving Sri Krishna by reading that book. The Ishwar Puri, he wrote the book, gave to this Nimai to go through it, to edit it, particularly grammar portion, but he started loving that. And his concentration then slowly moved to Sri Krishna. In the meantime, in locality, different type of things started happening. There was a Muslim. His name was Haridas. And people used to call him Javan Haridas. Javan means a foreigner. In the word Javan is a foreigner. The Javan Haridas, very peculiarly, he won't stop chanting the name Hari, Hari, Hari. Even in the night time, in his room itself, but he will be chanting the whole night. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, like that. Around the people, they became very tired of it. They said either the man has become the mad or unnecessarily he is disturbing us. Wherever he is going, he is shouting like that. So they complained to the Kaji. The Kaji means again like a judge, the Muslim religious judge. The Kaji told, hey, why you are doing like this? You are a Muslim and you are not supposed to take the name of a god of Hindu. But you stop it. But he said, no, it is not possible. I should do it because I get great joy chanting. And the Kaji gave the punishment that go on beating him till he stopped chanting the name. Obviously, the two strong persons started flogging him and they took him round so the other people will see and learn from him. That was a terrible punishment. But people noticed that Haridas is going on enjoying as if the beating is nothing. Backside, the whole back, the skin started peeling because of that. Whole body was full of blood. But this man was going on chanting the name of God and laughing as if enjoying, as if he is not having any body consciousness. These actually terrified this Muslim, the rulers also. They stopped that. And not only that, the Kaji came and told, you must be a holy man. Ordinary man cannot bear this. As because the people complained against you, I had to take some decision, but I'm sorry for that. Please forgive me. Kaji came, he took the forgiveness. Others too also, they left. All the Muslims, they left from there. And he was going on chanting the name of Hari, Hari, Hari. That encouraged people to take the name of Hari. So slowly, how these things are happening. Another person came. He was from Birbhum, another part of Bengal, and his name was Kubir. He was a sannyasi, but that called Avadhuta. Avadhuta actually, the sannyasis of the Tantra. The Tantrikas, this one type of people, they can marry and settle as a householder, or they can go without marriage as a sannyasi. They are not bound by any law. That's called Avadhuta. They are always on a higher spiritual level. He came to meet Sri Chaitanya afterwards. Why? Because he met a young sannyasi whose name was actually, Vishwarupa Swami Shankararanya. Swami Shankararanya, Aranya, the Shankararanya, Shankara Aranya. He was Vishwarupa, the elder brother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This person, Avadhuta Nityananda, he met him. And hearing about his young brother in Navadvip, this Avadhuta came and they became so close to each other. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu slowly utilized this whole group and ultimately he took sannyasa. He took sannyasa from Keshav Bharati. This is Bharati, they are all Dasanami Sampradaya, and got the sannyasa name Sri Krishna Chaitanya Bharati and became famous as Chaitanya Deva or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now the Hindus who converted themselves to get the favor of the rulers became jailers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And they complained to Kaji, that same Islamic judge. Now you know that Dasanami Sampradaya, Shankaracharya, he saw the people, they are coming out of their hearth and home and they are in the name of God and living a spiritual life without knowing exactly how they should live. And he noticed that some people that live in the cities and the towns, some by the side of the river, some inside the jungle, some inside the cave, some by the side of the ocean. So then he used to travel whole of India. He gave the different groups. He said Tirtha, those who used to live, the holy people used to live near some famous the religious place. So they became Tirtha. Ashrama, a group of people, they used to construct their own cottages, they used to live together and they call ashrama. Some in the forest, Vana, and Aranya. Vana means not that big jungle, and Aranya, and the deep jungle. Some Giri means on the hill, Parvata, another type, then Sagara, Saraswati, Bharati, and Puri. These are the 10 Sampradaya. Tirtha, Ashrama, Vana, Aranya, Giri, Parvat, Sagar, Saraswati, Bharati and Puri. These are the 10 Sampradayas. We also belong to Puri Sampradaya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in a sannyas from Bharati, but he took initiation from a Puri Sampradaya, Ishvara Puri. So that Puri Sampradaya has great connection in the Bengal Renaissance. With his scriptural knowledge and sharp intellect, Sri Chaitanya started a great revolution. Now that he became very famous and his idea got completely clear and he knew that I had to save my country. So it's a mission to establish Dharma. When his mission he took up to establish Dharma, and it was, in one hand, he made Hindu religion very simple so that anyone can follow. Friends, we have to remember that mostly the Hindus, they used to follow Shankaracharya. Because immediately after the Buddhist, the one after another, the waves used to come. So we have to understand the Buddhism came 2500 years before, and Buddhism made the whole society in a different way. There is only suffering, and to get out of suffering, you have to follow the path of sannyas. That was the main teaching. And you should follow this 8 moral values. And people started getting them converted into that, but they were not knowing exactly what we should do. The Buddha told that you have to develop knowledge within yourself. Atma-deepo bhava, as they used to call. You must know who are you. So that was based on the knowledge. Ordinary people, it was not possible. So they started developing the stupas, not temple, a stupa, a place where they used to keep the relics of Buddha, or without that. They used to assemble over there, started praying and develop naturally, then locally, different type of mantras and all. And ultimately they became dualists. So when we are thinking about the ordinary people, we have to understand how they should understand it. So this is the called leadership. A leader should understand a person, what actually will benefit him accordingly. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna asking Swami Vivekananda, you must practice like this. And another person is coming, Master, the recorder of the conversation. He is asking Master, you should practice austerity and you must fast, you should not do this, you should not do that. Why? Because different type of people, for his betterment, different type of advices. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he understood that majority of the Hindu classes at that time, because the Muslims already ruling for 200 years. From 1100 they came and the 1200 passed, it is 14th century, almost 200 years already over. So you can understand how they were ruling, the situation in the society. Now a group of Hindu people, even that time also they were thinking we are higher caste and they are lower caste. So he said, no, religion is for everyone. And thinking about that supreme Brahman, all-pervading consciousness, it is not possible. It is Krishna. So he gave the people Krishna. It became very easy for people. And then mantra, Hare Krishna, that's all. He simplified the whole thing. And that was a very challenging time. So he had to do that. And on the other hand, he removed the wrong application of the so-called caste system. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go and embrace each and everyone. And in the Bengali, the village poetry, they used to say, Kolodai. That means he embraces, he accepts each and everyone. He was a Brahmin, he was a scholar, he was a sannyasi. Even then, he used to go and embrace each and everyone everywhere. The people got the encouragement, oh, we also are someone and we have a religion, we should follow this. So, in the Advaitic concept, he brought into Sri Krishna. And Krishna resides in every being, he said. Advaitic concept was consciousness is in every being. He changed that Krishna is living in every being. So his famous, very favorite book was Bhagavata and Gita. The Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna. So he started propagating the Bhagavad Gita, and people, they used to explain the Bhagavad Gita in a different way, in the Advaitic way, but he used to say, no, Krishna is the only God. The aim of every worshipper of Krishna must be to lose all individuality and self-consciousness in divine union with the God. That was his teaching. Friends, if we analyze it, we don't have much time, we should not go into that. Veda Aveda Bada, they say, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, the philosophy is Veda Aveda Bada. Standing now over here, we won't be able to understand the challenge that he took up. Because the Hindu society was, the iron curtain was there. We are Brahmins and we are only religious people. That was the concept came. Swami Vivekananda, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, why they came and why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna went and cleaned the toilet of a sweeper. there and clean that, only to prove. If we see the American society where everybody is accepted as the same, they don't differentiate, it is not that. The Indian society, even today if you go, and if you are doing that type of work, they won't allow you to sit by your side, even today. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, it was so challenging. So I gave the title, a revolutionary holy person. A revolution he brought, a challenge. And the rulers were Muslims. And we can understand, whoever became the ruler, obviously all these rules you have to accept. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no. If you notice in Bengal, they don't go to temple so much. Because if you, from the traditionally, from the 11th century onwards, it was difficult for them. Who will go to the temple? Mainly the ladies. If they come out, if they go to the temple, the other group, they used to stand over there, they used to come and touch the hand of the ladies. And the moment you are touching the hand of the lady, Pani Grahana, they used to say. Pani means hand. You are holding the hand means that lady becomes yours. Now these people, instead of fighting, because they lost that Kshatriya power, they used to go and drop that boy, the girl, into their house. By that way, people became afraid. They stopped visiting temple. You will notice, Bengalis are not very much interested in visiting temple because it's traditional. Now it is no problem. But still they don't think. But they worship inside the houses, in the rooms, everywhere. And if you notice in the south, the same reason. They used to construct a temple, they must construct a temple, and all the neighbors around there, they should come to the temple at least once in a week. That became the must for the southern India. Why? Head counting. All the neighbors are there, present or not. With whole family they should visit. And the priest used to count. Yeah, all our folks are there, everything is okay. So sometimes we see the social behavior, it comes from the history. The Bengal was under the rule of a different type of culture, a religion, right from 11th century. So obviously it became really difficult. To keep the Hindu religion, Sanatana Dharma, to protect that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fought against his own people, those who were very orthodox type. And they used to criticize Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ultimately, he had to go to the Orissa because Orissa was at that time the free country. And the king was a Hindu. His name was Prataparudra. He was a very just king and he was very good warrior also. The Prataparudra, he protected his territory from the attack of the Delhi and from Bengal also. The Muslims, the invasions. So mostly the Hindus, they used to go over there to live. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went over there. He lived over there. Otherwise, it was really, really difficult for him even to stay. His own people, the orthodox people, they went against him. And the ordinary people, they could not understand actually what they should do. I will give you one example. Much afterwards, after the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna came 1836. That means almost 350, 400 years before, after. Sri Ramakrishna, he was appreciating Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he called one of a Calcutta person, the aristocrat from Calcutta, he was visiting Sri Ramakrishna in Dakshineshwar. He should look at it. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how he has given the religion to everyone, how people are becoming so engrossed in religious fervor and joy. This man looked at the picture and said, oh, we know, they are all lower grade people. The Vaishnavas are lower grade people, we know them. We don't follow Vaishnava. After 400 years, can you imagine? This is the temperament, this is the mentality. It's so difficult because of the pride. It is not the religion, it is not the God, it is not the process, it is I am bigger than other people. So this ego, that's why Swami Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's main teaching, you have to crush your ego. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had to fight this type of closed mentality in the name of caste and religion. And he started developing a beautiful system. Krishna is the only God. And you know that Nam Kirtana practice? That each and every worshipper should lost himself in Krishna. And he developed a beautiful story. That is Radha Krishna. Now it is so famous, the Radha Krishna. There are 4 sampradayas in Vaishnava. Vaishnava sampradayas, 4 are there. And other 3, they don't worship Radha. Only it is Gaudiya Sampradaya, the Sampradaya that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started. Gaudiya means that the capital was Gouda, actually Bengal. The capital was Gouda, so Gaudiya Sampradaya. Sampradaya means the school. This Bengal school of Vaishnava, they started worshipping Radha Krishna. Why? Radha is the symbol of devotion. And what type of devotion? Merging with her beloved one. And it is not fear of God. Oh, if I don't worship God, God will punish me. No fear. It is love. God is my own. I love God. God also loves me. And then I become one with God. So that Radha Krishna concept, of course, afterwards distorted. The movies came and they made it as if our mundane love, a man and a woman, not like that. He wanted to put this, you must love God in such a way, you are merging with the God. Same concept of Vedanta. Jivatma merging with the Paramatma. And Jivatma concept is so difficult that you are a light, and the Paramatma is also a light. And the Jivatma going and merging as if a small light going and merging with a big light. It is nothing, it's not like that. I am a devotee of God. I love God. I like to listen about God. I like to sing about God. I like to dance for God. And this dancing in the name of God was introduced by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This dancing, and that's called Kirtan. Why? You should not hesitate to dance in the name of God. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna used to call his devotees and used to say, dance in the name of God. And they will be hesitating. And you know that all the rich people, elderly people, they have come to visit and they will be discussing little about religion and go back. When Sri Ramakrishna used to say, now dance now, in the name of God, just to hesitate. He used to tell them, that means you are feeling that you are a body, aware about your body, you are aware about your social status. You cannot forget that. And you are constantly looking what people will say. People will think wrong. Think about God and forget everything. And so all these people that you see looking at you, they're also gods. And joining that, the group dancing was introduced by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and that unified the Bengal, particularly the lower caste. They were getting converted because of the 2 reasons. One, temptation from the ruler side, and torture from the orthodox side. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made a great wall and protected them from both sides. That's why he was a revolutionary. And there are 4 schools, I'll just name them. The Vaishnava, that is called Ramanuja. The Ramanuja again, he also said the same thing. Advaita Vedanta is not for ordinary people, so we have to bring it down. So his concentration was focus was Vishnu. After that came Madhva. He also Vishnu. He said Vishnu Bhagavan. Why Vishnu? Because Vishnu means all-pervading consciousness. But because we cannot imagine all-pervading consciousness, so if there is a figure, a form, a name, we can imagine it. Shankha Chakra Gada Padmadhari, a huge figure. You cannot look at his face, but you can see the body covered with a golden colored cloth and having a mesh so that he can punish, and the chakra that the whole time is controlled, and also a shankha, a conch, is giving the call to the jivatmas, come to me. And then how? Through devotion. Another hand, he is holding a flower, symbol of devotion. So through devotion, you go to that great God, whom you can imagine because he has a name, he has a form. So Vishnu Bhagavan. Madhva also same. Then came Vallabha. The Vallabha, he shifted to Krishna. He said instead of Vishnu, it is better Krishna. Because Krishna, he lived with us. The Krishna was having a father and a mother, the friends, the family, just like us. Krishna was the king, Krishna was the pastor, Krishna was everywhere. So it will be better instead of Vishnu, the Krishna. And lastly, the fourth school of Vaishnavas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he added Radha Krishna. It is not only Krishna, it is Radha Krishna. If you go to the south, the Vallabhacharya's followers, Vaishnavas, they will have only Krishna, no Radha Krishna. If you go to Assam, they also only Krishna, not Radha Krishna. It is only the only Krishna they will worship, but it is Radha Krishna. Slowly people forgot because of the modern days means you cannot hide anything, you cannot keep anything with yourself. All this goes on publicizing, people know each other as the light, Radha Krishna. So the Krishna is singing for the Radha, Radha is singing for Krishna. It became a very social and natural and normal. And now a group of people, they are also spreading that. The Krishna consciousness, the Radha Krishna. Radha is actually the symbol of devotion. Aradhita iti Radha, one who is constantly praying to God and cannot think of anything else but God. That's why the complexion of Radha is white. The white color, and they say, well, usually the girls are white, nothing like that. Why the color is white? Because it's sattva. In sattva, there is nothing but love for God. So Radha is white, this is sattva color. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna asking a Vaishnava, can you tell why the Radha is not called as Maya? Maya Shakti? He gave some answer here. Sri Ramakrishna rectifying immediately. But he had a very good habit. Will never insult person. Just because you don't know, it doesn't matter. He used to say, he told him, Radha had no other thought but God. In Rajaguna, they will have some planning. You should do this, you should do that, this, that. So the Rajaguna. Tamaguna, planning but negative way. We must stop that. We should not allow them. So all plannings are there but negative. Raja planning but positive. Sattva has nothing. So Sattva Guna, they can't work. Only love. The Radha is the symbol of love. When you think of Radha, it is love. So if you go to Vrindavan, they will always say Radha, Radha, not Krishna, Krishna. And Vrindavan is full of Radha. And not only that, I don't know why, it may be because of the sound. I went to a very special place, Nidhuban, where they believe the Krishna and Radha every night they manifest over there and they play whole night. Even they will be keeping the different type of things, and no one is allowed to enter in the night. All are closed. A huge the area full with the trees, like a jungle. Even the monkeys also don't stay in the night. They also go away. Daytime only they come. Night, nothing is there. But if you go every day, the priest will show you that, see, somebody sat over here, somebody lied over here, to play with this thing. That's a fate, believe, whatever. I went to see that. Daytime, lot of monkeys. And naturally, they were all sitting on the narrow path. The monkeys were sitting on that path. Trees are there, they won't go. They'll be sitting there only. So I was thinking, I cannot go over the tree like a torture. And they're supposed to go. Now what to do? I have to come back. Then someone told, say Radha, Radha, they will give you the pass. From the distance, the gentleman told, say Radha, Radha. Ek baar Radha, Radha bol dijiye, ye sab hat jayega. Truly, I told Radha, Radha, but I was afraid what reaction will happen. Now when I said Radha, Radha, my God, all they went on one side and allowed me to go. And I went over there, I looked at that particular room and I saw, when I was coming back, again they were sitting on this narrow passage. I uttered Radhe, Radhe, but there. So Radhe, Radhe, if you say in Vrindavan, you are allowed to go everywhere. Because it is the love, it is the purity. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a personality of love. He couldn't see anything but Krishna. And they say, at the last day, he saw the Krishna in the form of the ocean. So he went to embrace the ocean 2-3 times before he did. And somehow or other, this our boatmen, the fishermen, used to go and pick him up. This time he went deep into the ocean and no one could find his body. So he marched into that ocean and they say Radha marched into Krishna. Thank you, friends. Thank you for giving me the time to express this unique personality, say Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was the embodiment of love and he was the embodiment of openness, no narrowness. Each and every one was to him Krishna. So we should also try to follow that path. Let us say, if there is any question, let's say, yeah. Not avatar of Sri Radha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is considered as the embodiment of love, but not the avatar. I never heard about that. He himself was introducing that. You know, present day, all that holy places that we go to Vrindavan and Mathura, it was discovered by him. It was all covered by the jungle. Because hundreds and hundreds of years, nothing was there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to meditate and used to find out, this happened here, this happened there. And the people thought that Krishna is a mystical as a character. No. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu discovered he was born over here, he played over here, he used to go through this path, he used to go through that path. In that, he used to meditate and to find out. And he asked his disciples, the Jeev and Rup Sanatan Goswamis, to go and find out and mark that place. Slowly, slowly, it developed into this. This is the contribution of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Swamiji, in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, there is one mention that in the conversation, Sri Ramakrishna says that Sri Krishna wanted to taste the bliss of his own soul. So Radha is that personification.
Yes. That means that Vedanta, where the joy, where the happiness, it goes to the soul. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a sannyasi of Darshanami Sampradaya. But at the same time, his main contribution was for the betterment of the ordinary people, and particularly at that time when there was nothing, and as I was telling, that from the two sides they were suppressed. From one side, the rulers, Muslims rulers, temptation, you convert yourself and you get all the protection. And from the other side, these people, not at all religious, pretending religious, torturing in the name of casteism. So from these two, he saved these people and gave them a religion which was very simple, and no differences. One should follow the sameness. That is his contribution. And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he was a great follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay then, so say Shanti 3 times and we conclude. Om Shanti. 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 Hari